Hello and welcome to my video. If you have been here before, thank you so much for returning, and if you are new here, my name is Mayela and I make videos on my life as a nurse and thrifting. In today's video, we're going to be talking about ways to make more money as a nurse. I would say this video is a continuation or an addition to one of my previous videos that I made that I entitled how much I make as a nurse, or what nurses make in California. That is my most popular video, so I decided to expand on that video. And in today's that was like a general overview of what makes up a nurse's salary, but in today's video I wanted to go a little bit further into how to make more money as a nurse. Just a little background about myself. My name is Mayela. Like I said, I am a registered nurse, currently working as a public health nurse, and I make tons of day in the life of a nurse videos and a lot of informational videos that I have posted here on YouTube. So I'll link all of those down below. But I have been licensed for the last 10 years and I have some experience, so this video will be useful to you whether you are a new nurse or an experienced nurse, whether you live in California or a different state or a different country. So it is no surprise to you if you have watched my other video that I referenced earlier, that nurses in California make the most money in all of the US. But in today's video, I wanted to go into detail about how you can make more money no matter what state you live in. So the first thing you can do is pretty easy, and anyone could do it, is working different shifts. So I know in my organization there are 3 different shifts. There's an AM shift, PM shift, and a NOC shift. So if you are working in the PM or NOC shift, you automatically get a percentage in addition to your base pay. So the difference between the pay is AM shift gets a base pay, and the PM shift, which the shift is from 3 to 11:30 p.m., the differential is 10% on top of whatever you're making. And for the night shift, which is 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., the differential is 15%. So just by working a different shift, you can already make 10 to 15% more of your salary, and you don't even have to do anything extra. It's just go to work at specific shift. I think that is the best and easiest way to make more money as a nurse, is to work the PM or night shift. Also, let me not forget weekend differential. In my organization, weekend differential is 6% on top of your base pay. So already by working either a different time of the day or a different day of the week, you can already make a lot more money. Let's not forget the other money maker, which doesn't happen that frequently throughout the years, but what I'm talking about is holidays. So if you work in a setting that requires nursing to be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, say like in bedside, then you do have an option to work holidays. And I know in my organization, holiday pay is time and a half. I know some other organizations will pay up to double time and a half. At my husband's organization, that's what they actually do. So you can make a lot of money working on a holiday, and yes, you would have to sacrifice spending time with your family or friends, but if you do have a goal to make more money, then that could be a good option for you. Along with holiday pay, something that might be available more frequently depending on the unit that you work on is overtime. So I know that when I was younger, I did have a lot of opportunities to do overtime. The place that I was working at was always short-staffed. Does that sound familiar to you guys? But I would say working overtime is a good opportunity to be able to make more money, but don't overdo it. You know, you do have to take care of yourself. At the end of the day, your mental health is most important. If you are not able to care for yourself, then you're definitely not going to be doing a good job taking care of your patients. So I did just want to throw that in, that overtime is a great way to make more money, but pace yourself and don't kill yourself on the job working overtime every week or every day. The other way you can make more money as a nurse is by getting an on-call position. So I know that in the bedside setting especially, there are a lot of on-call positions that the way they work is that you tell them what days you are actually available, and they work around your schedule and let you know what days they need you to take a shift. So you can be very flexible with that. You can tell them maybe 1 day a week. I know there is a minimum days per month that you have to commit to, but if you have that flexibility, that is a great way to make more money, and just working with another organization that can also open doors for you in the future. Maybe if you are a great employee with them on an on-call basis, once a full-time position comes out, if you really like that organization, that can open doors for you and you can transition to them. The other way that you can make more money as a nurse is to get extra certifications. So there are so many different certifications or specialties that you can get as a nurse, and I know that when you do have these certifications, you become more valuable to your employer, and some of them may offer higher pay, these extra certifications that you hold. So definitely do some research before you go and pay all the money. I know that a lot of these certifications are pretty expensive, so do some research and see if it's something that will pay off at the end, and if it is worth it for you to pursue these so that you can make more money. Along with the extra certifications, getting a higher degree. If you have an associate's degree in nursing, you can go ahead and probably get your bachelor's degree in nursing, and some organizations will pay you more if you have a bachelor's as opposed to an associate's, or a master's as opposed to a bachelor's. Also, we can't forget about the LVNs. LVNs are nurses too. So a way you can make more money is by probably going back to school and becoming a registered nurse, if that's something that you want to do, if that's something that you're interested in, if it makes sense to you in your life. That would be a great way to make more money as a nurse. The other tip may or may not make sense to you depending on what part of the US you live in, but that is to work in a bigger city. So I live in California, in the Bay Area in particular, and we have big cities like San Francisco nearby. So I know that a lot of people, what they do is they actually commute into these metropolitan areas because the pay is considerably more than even just 40 to 50 miles outside of the city. So if that makes sense to you, that is a great way to make more money. I know that when I was looking for jobs a little bit outside of my area, the pay was about 20 to 25% less, even just 40 or 50 miles away. So if that makes sense for you in your life, commuting to a bigger city to work can definitely make you more money. I know that my organization does have set pay per hour for each position, so they already set out. I'm not sure if I would go up to them and ask them for a raise, if they would just give it to me just because of the value that I add to the company. But if you work at different companies, maybe a smaller clinic or a private organization, and just to backtrack, I work for my local county's health system, so just that information to give to you. But if you work for a private organization, there might be some wiggle room to ask for an increase on your hourly or yearly pay, depending on the value that you are bringing to the organization. So if you are bringing more patients or whatever kind of value you bring to the organization, you can ask for more money, and who knows, they may give you some. But I know for my organization, the the salary is already laid out, and I don't know if there's much wiggle room there. But if it isn't, then that may be a way for you to make more money. And the last way that you can make more money as a nurse is just by letting time go by. In my organization, the longer you are there, the more you get paid. So the way they break it down is after 3 years of working with them, they give you 2% on top of your base pay. So whatever you're making plus 2% after 3 years, and then after 5 years you get another 3%. So that's already 5% on top of your base pay for being with the organization for 5 years. And I think the next step up is 10 years, and I think it is maybe 7 to 10% for being there for that long. So what I'm trying to say is that the other way you can make more money is by staying at an organization for a long time. Of course, you want to make sure that you are happy and feel fulfilled and appreciated in your organization, or else you probably don't want to stay there. Those are all of the ways that I thought about that you can make more money as a nurse, but I'm sure there are many more. Please let me know what you have done to make more money in the past or currently are doing, or ideas that you have to do in the future. If you like nursing videos, consider subscribing. I have a whole playlist of nurse videos. Like I said, I've done a day in the life of a nurse. I've done quite a few of those, and I have done other sit-down informational videos. Like I said, my most popular one so far is the nurse salary in California. So go ahead and watch that one if you haven't yet, just so you can get some more information. And in that video I tell you exactly how much I get paid currently as a public health nurse. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, I really appreciate it, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.